Going to the doctor in a different country, it might sound simple, but it's not. Different languages, different systems, different expectations, and a little bit of anxiety. I recently had to see not only one, but 3 different doctors here in Vietnam. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you what happened, how much did it cost, and what surprised me the most. Hi, I'm Maria. Welcome back to my channel. Before my first appointment, I had some concerns, and the biggest one was the language. English is not my first language, and it's not theirs either, so I was worried that I wouldn't be able to explain clearly my symptoms, even using the Google Translate. And there's this fear that something might get lost in translation, especially when we are talking about our health. The other thing was hygiene. Since I come from a background in the healthcare, I noticed everything: the sterilization, the cleanliness, how they handle instruments. It's just how I'm wired after 17 years of practice. So, before my first appointment, I was a bit anxious. I don't consider myself a close-minded person, but I had brought with me some assumptions. Maybe the equipment wouldn't be so advanced as in Europe, maybe the diagnosis wouldn't be as precise, or maybe the treatments would be more basic. But I was wrong. The clinics I visited were clean and with modern equipment, and the doctors were experts in their fields. Before booking, I spent some time doing research, checking for the reviews on Google Maps, especially the ones where people mentioned that the staff knew how to speak English. That helped me a lot to make the choice. Right from the start, what surprised me the most was how easy it was to book an appointment. I didn't have to call or go in person. I just talked with them on Messenger and in WhatsApp. Within minutes, I had the confirmation of the appointment. Back home, this would be a headache. So now I'm going to talk about how it went and how much did it cost me, because this part I was really surprised. First, I went to the dentist for a cleaning, and the clinic was really clean and everything was sterilized. The doctor was really kind and spoke English. I paid around $10. Then I needed a dermatologist. The doctor was really professional and got the diagnosis right, something that is really difficult in dermatology. So for the consultation, I paid $15, and for the prescriptions, I paid $30. And finally, I did my gynecologist annual checkup. The doctor spoke perfect English and answered all my questions. The consultation was around $6, and I paid for the ultrasounds and exams around $80. If you're enjoying this video, please consider subscribing my channel, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend or family. Now, let's get back to the story. During these 3 experiences, what I appreciated the most was the transparency. I didn't feel rushed. Everything was explained clearly, no hidden fees, no confusion, and that has made for me a big impression. Back in Portugal, we have a public healthcare system, and in some ways it works well. But if you need a specialist, you need to face long waits. That's just how it goes. That's why a lot of people turn into private clinics and hospitals, because if you want to see a specialist, it takes less time, but it costs 4 times more. So for me, finding a private healthcare system here in Vietnam this affordable and professional was a big surprise. In fact, this is one of the reasons why I chose to live long-term in Da Nang, Vietnam, because of the access to healthcare. I needed to feel secure, knowing that if something comes up, I would be able to get help without a complicated process or long delays. And this kind of access, it's something that I started to value a lot as I grow older. Looking back, these 3 experiences were positive. I went in feeling really nervous and came out confident. Now I know what to expect. It also reminded me that we carry so many fears and assumptions of how things work far away from home. Then when we face them and try something new, that's when those assumptions are questioned. So if you're thinking about moving abroad or just curious about healthcare in Vietnam, maybe this video will help you. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Thank you for listening. I'll see you soon. Because having some concerns. Estás a ver? Even with the Google Since I come from a background in $30. Mas